Today we are practicing our graffiti lettering on these bottles, so stay tuned and let's get to it. And welcome back to another video, guys. If you guys are new here, my name is Ernie and I customize just about anything from promotional products to one-off gifts like the ones we're doing today. Every time I do a lettering or some sort of graffiti on an item, whether it be a bottle, a shirt, a canvas, I always start off with the tag, and that will allow me to kind of get the flow of the lettering correctly and also the spacing so the name is centered on the item itself. So right now I'm using a chalk pen, I guess if you will, and this won't stay on the actual item. Once you start drawing on top of it, it kind of tends to either fall off or get mixed within the paint and you won't be able to see it. So it's kind of a good way to apply or sketch out a drawing on a dark surface, in this case the bottle, but you can also use it on like a black jacket or a black shirt if you want to sketch your stuff out first. Now that my tag is complete, I'm going to go back and draw each letter, just kind of outlining the style of it. The outline allows me to try to see where it's going to fall in, and also holds in the ink when I go to fill in each letter. At this point in time, I'm not really looking for details. I'm trying to roughly sketch in the styling of the letters and making you know, that outline for me to be able to fill it in. So we're gonna go ahead and fill in each letter and name twice. This way we have good coverage, and then after that we'll move on to the next step. The style that I use for graffiti lettering on these particular items, and for the most part of my other items, I try to keep the styling fairly simple, a little stylized but legible at the same time, because the majority of the people love graffiti but they cannot read it, you know, if it's too artistic. And also it makes it easier for me to be able to complete the item without having to mix too many colors and making it look all, you know, kind of dirty and unlegible. So I try to keep it simple so people can read it but still be stylized. The best way to practice your graffiti lettering is to practice tags on, you know, on a black book, like a drawing book or whatever, and just practice your tag. This allows the wrist to create a muscle memory, and then slowly you'll start developing your own style, you know. So most of the styles, I mean, they're fairly similar if you look at them, the original ones, the traditional ones, and from there you can kind of push the boundaries and try to make them more stylized and more colorful, and, you know, do all kinds of different stuff. But for now, if you are starting out, it's just better to kind of, you know, practice tags, get used to how each letter feels in your hand when you're doing it, and after that it'll be easier for you to draw out, like, you know, the thicker letters, and then from there obviously get more artistic with it. At this point we are adding the second layer of the fill for the letters. After this dries, you can you know, go crazier if you want to, you know, adding more style to the fill, but I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it simple. This way it's more legible. I went ahead and sanded the bottle a little bit before I started. This way the paint grabs onto that sanded surface. You don't really have to, but I want to make sure that this you know, lasts longer than normal, so I went ahead and did that. So you're used to graffiti, the process is similar. You do your sketch, you do your fills, and then you come back and cut the letters out with your outline, and after that you'll add like your additional details, your highlights, or anything else you want to drop in there to make it, you know, your own style. for these bottles, I'm gonna do a quick outline to refine the shape of the letter, and then I'm gonna come back a second time and drop a drop shadow to the letters. So the outline at this point is done, and I want to add more depth to my letters. So I'm going to use the triad theory, the color theory, and I'm going to take kind of like the opposite but to the right of the color. For example, the opposite of green is going to be like a reddish color, more of a warmer color. So I'm going to go kind of to the side if you're looking at a color wheel, and that'll be orange. And then I'm going to take that the opposite corner like a triangle, and I'm going to be using purple for the green letters. So for the blue letters, I'm going to just kind of go darker with a purple, do like a somewhat like a embossed look, try to make it more 3D, and then I'm going to use a orange, which is the opposite of blue, and use that as a outline glow. So for this small styling inside the letters, I'm going to allow it to dry and come back and do a second coat. As well, allowing that to dry and coming back with a black once again to try to refine those letters. If you kind of, passed your hand kind of slipped and couldn't get it as precise, you can always come back with the black and cut it again. This way it looks nice and short. At this time, I'm going to apply the highlights. I'm going to do that now because I will be putting an outline around all the letters, and if it's too wide, it's kind of difficult for me to put my hand in there and try to apply the white highlights. So I'm going to do that before I do the outside glow. Alright, we're getting to the end, guys. This is the fun part, which is adding the glow around the lettering, and that always ties everything together. Throwing that last color in there, you can really tell everything pops and makes it look very unique. So yeah, using that triad color theory, it really works, makes everything very colorful, at the same time making the colors work together to make a cool graffiti style lettering on these bottles. And just to let you guys know, these bottles are for sale, not these in particular, but you can get your own personalized and customized. You can check the link in the description below if you want to get one for yourself or as a gift for someone else. So these are very popular for birthdays, as gifts, and also for the holidays and summer, especially when you're out and about doing sports, hiking, and stuff like that. So let me know if you guys are interested. There's a link in the description below. You can check that out and get your own personalized. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one off. All we gotta do is just allow this to dry for a few minutes, and it's pretty dry. It'll take maybe like 5-10 minutes for it to dry completely. After that, it's ready to be packaged and shipped out. So I've done a lot of these for birthday parties, and like football teams, soccer teams, and have done it for the entire team and the coach. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the bottles, and let's go ahead and take a look at some other bottles that I've done in the past. Well guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, TikTok as well. There's gonna be a link in the description below. You guys can check some other artwork that I haven't been posting on this particular channel, and also don't forget to check out my Etsy shop. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Lates.